Hey, and welcome back. This is episode 10 of the Techs-Mechs Colony Fiesta Pail. We're a bunch of transhumanists who recently picked up the ranching meme for their ideology. We've already made some changes last episode to remove human-based food so that we didn't get negative thoughts on it. Started expanding some things out for our overall ranching. We have one large pen now instead of many small ones. We need to rework our food storage as well for that, but it's a little bit more simplified now, and that's the important part. As far as food goes, we do have more nutrient growth in the pen than we are actually consuming, which is good. We've got a lot of creatures here. And we do have some managing set up for our animals to help keep them in check for us. We are going to have to be careful with our overall population because of that, though. Some of our pawns have a bad mood. Well, yes, Roscoe did die. That's a fair thing to be upset about. I don't believe you can counsel yourself, though. You can't counsel yourself. You're just going to have to deal with those unfortunate bad thoughts. Be as they. We're going to go ahead and mark some things for deconstruction here, because we had started working on those previously and just didn't finish it. We're working to expand this room size out. The Thrombos will leave. I don't believe we actually have anybody who can successfully train them regularly. Winter might be able to. Where is Winter? Winter's up there. I wonder if... I'm going to pause this here so I can actually select them. We can get Winter down there in time. Winter's movement speed is pretty bad. 18% between frail torso and a bad back just due to age. So we'll see how things go there. We did set up our gates for health. That's unfortunate. Let's see what we've got. Let's sell off some of these weapons we don't necessarily need. The low quality ones. There's a lot of stuff here that would be good to have, but nothing that's super important to have. And right now, I feel like I would rather have... You know, we're going to buy some medicine. That's a lie. We're going to buy some medicine just so we have it. Going to mark this to be hauled urgently. We're going to let our colony continue onwards. What showed up here? Drugs! Well then. Oh, let's take a look here. We have some hops. Let's double check our storage, make sure it's configured to allow hops. It is not configured to allow hops. That'll be part of the problem. Copy and paste the settings. Dorna's on a food binge. I don't really blame her. Her husband did die last session. Shot to the heart. We need better storage, more refined storage. That's going to be our problem here. We can actually set this up beyond just the meat. But we need to get some things just taken care of in general. In fact, we're going to power off, uninstall these refrigerators since we no longer need them. Since we converted completely to nutrient paste, they're kind of irrelevant. And we're going to make some minor changes here to our walls. We're going to mark this for mining out. That will make this area a little bit bigger, which is good. We could solve a lot of our weird cooling issues by simply updating things. Moving on to centralized heating and air. But we'll get there eventually. We have no... Oh, good lord. Alright, so this is going to be part of our problem here, because Roscoe was our primary cook. We need to get some of that going. This is not great. As far as hunting goes, winter is unfortunately going to have to start picking up a lot more duty work, and I don't like that because winter just doesn't have anything good for them. I'm actually going to turn off hunting on Redorna. I don't want her going out and hunting. It's a bad idea. Ari, however, has a gun. In fact, has a machine pistol. We're going to give her something different, though. We're going to have her use the hand cannon as her main primary weapon. We don't necessarily have to worry about cooking problems, because cooking doesn't ever come into play with nutrient paste, so as long as we're running nutrient paste, we should be good. But we'll see how that goes. We do want to make sure we keep our beer running. We're going to mark all these capybara for hunting. There's not much use in grabbing them to tame, because they don't really give us a whole lot in the process. Mark all this for deconstruction. Grab some quick, easy resources in the process. We have to keep this up and running for a bit longer still. Another 25 days, unfortunately. Currently running up the research tree, aiming to get to fabrication, because that's going to allow us to get access to a lot more things, including things like robots. As far as multi-analyzer. So getting in that direction is good. It also unlocks a lot of stuff for us as transhumanists, which we kind of need, like biosculpting, neural supercharging. These are all things that are really important to us as an ideology. Let's take a look again at our animals. Our best animal handler is Winter, followed by Redorna. That's kind of unfortunate, actually, because Winter moves so slow. That animal skill is outstanding. If we were to make Winter our animal specialist, could not cook, construct, grow, mine, plant, cut, smith, so we'd lose pretty much everything else off of her ability to work. So this would all disappear. She doesn't really grow much anyway to begin with, so that's not too terribly much of a loss. She's got some decent art skills, but she's not the only person in our colony who does, because Redorna also does. She is not our highest level crafter, thankfully. So let's do it. We're going to wait until the morning. Once everybody's done, we will run a conversion ceremony on Tommy. Try to bring him along from his archotechnic doctrine to match our belief. That'll work out well. And we'll go ahead and assign Winter to the animal specialist, because we're going to need that. It's going to drastically cut the workload for everybody else in the process, so even though she moves slower, that'll still be a net gain. Alright, let's begin a conversion ritual. We're going to try to convert Tommy. Scooter's not participating because Scooter is a prisoner. Get that autosave in there. Speaking of which, it's going to take a long while. He is iron-willed again. It was an effective conversion ritual. There we go. Everybody got +3 mood. That's outstanding. We got a development point increase. Development points are used to modify the ideology we have, so that's good. In fact, let's take a look at some of our... Let's see, that's a table. That's a bed. We don't have any... We don't have any statues. Don't have any statues. How are we out of... Hang on. Let's take a look here. Plant cutting. Ari, what are you doing? We need power, Ari. Ari's doing a lot of tasks that Ari should not be prioritizing. Let's go back and reset some of this stuff. We're going to turn handling animals down. That's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. When Ari wakes up, we'll actually get some more wood chopped. Hopefully. We're just going to manually harvest some trees here with some cute orders by holding down shifts. Because, yeah, that was a bit annoying. There we go. That'll get us back to where we were. We might move towards geothermal power after microelectronics is done. Having to rely on wood-burn fuel isn't the greatest. This is a pretty good area for the wood, but even still, we do have this steam geyser here. It would be nice to be able to take advantage of it. It loses us the ability to make a hot tub from it. But I think we might have other ways to deal with that. Okay. So for our storage up here, we're going to do a couple different things. Manufactured, not foods, manufactured textiles. And we're not going to put explosives in there. Don't care about the royal tribute collector. We'll enable buildings. We'll leave it at that. We'll copy settings here. We'll just paste this over. We can adjust those later as need be. But that will get a lot of this stuff up off the floor, which is kind of the important part, so we have more storage space. And actually we're going to turn on some stuff here. Let's see. Let's turn on Herbal Medicine to be stored here. And we'll just copy and paste these across. That'll solve that issue. Looks like we need another steel hook. An infestation of 1 hives. That's not terrible. It might be good to have. The uranium would be useful later on, and a masterwork revolver, while not great, is pretty solid. That might not be a bad quest to take. Because we can handle a hive. We can handle a hive. We'll accept it for the weapon. The weapon and the future uranium. Where did this go? Oh, it's right in the middle of all of our animals. So, well. We're going to draft everybody up here. Here and go. Move everybody up here. Ari with that gigantic hand cannon already doing work. We've got our Clara Dryads who are going to serve as our front line. Move Marcian and Tommy up. There we go. That worked out pretty solid. Actually, Winter, can you? No, you can't. I'm going to have you finish that Spelopede off. And then we undraft everybody. Problem solved. We have this sweet revolver now. Let's take a look at who has good shooting, who needs a better one. Winter has shooting, but Winter does have that SMG, and I kind of like Winter having the SMG, because Winter's kind of slow. Tommy's got great melee, but not a great melee weapon. Might be good to have Tommy have the backup. Let's take a look at this weapon. Because a Master Quality Revolver does some pretty decent damage. 15 damage, 26 range, pretty good accuracy at close, versus Ari's existing hand cannon, which is 16. Not as accurate, though, so I think we're going to give Ari the Revolver. And then we can have Osseous come in and grab the hand cannon. And we'll have him use the club as a secondary. As a sidearm. So Osseous does have a melee weapon they can use, but they've also got a ranged weapon, so that'll work out. That'll work out nicely. The Imperials left us a gift of silver. I do not know why. We didn't trade with them. We're not particularly friendly with them. We're not aggressive, but we're also not particularly friendly. We're going to copy settings. We're going to paste them up here. We're going to cancel this unfinished stuff just so it doesn't eat up resources. And we do need to make sure cloth is enabled. It should be, because all textiles are, but you never know. Sometimes weird things can happen with assignments. We're going to include Tommy in this. One, because it's good to do. Two, it can help with some social standing if we need it. Yeah, get the lanterns. It was a terrible party. That's unfortunate. We did not get any development points, and everybody's going to be in a bad mood. That's unfortunate. So far, the colony is doing pretty well. We're at 1 out of 12 points needed to evolve it further. Fortunate series of events there on that one. That's extra die. We just need more people. Just need more people. Did any of this capybara get hunted yet? They did not. We have somebody assigned to hunting, yes? Yes. Ari, which means she'll do it after harvesting, after growing, after cutting plants. We don't want Winter doing it. We could have Osseous do it, because Osseous does have that gun. Which might be good. Might be good. It'll get some good weapon training at least, and the hand cannon does a decent amount of damage. We have these helmets being... We're going to crank this down a step, because we only have 6 people now. Maybe Scooter will eventually convert. I don't believe that'll be the case, but we'll see how that goes. In fact, it might be who is he is with Northwestern Alder. Who are our factions? Or where's the nearest faction for that? I think they're somewhere over here, right? It's the apes. Yeah, okay. Oh no, I guess they're kind of close. Close-ish. We have a raid. Alright, let's take a look at this. So, Lotto Mango Tribe has arrived. They're attacking immediately. We have 1, 2, 3, a whole bunch of boats. Well, that's fine. We can deal with that. Just going to wake everybody up. We're going to draft them down to here. We'll see how this goes. When they get close, I'll just turn loose the animals. They will now rush out. If we have to, we can stun somebody. The people who are big threats, we want to stun. And we're all done. Let's take a look at this person. Trobo is bleeding out, but not dead yet. They're an underground jogger. They've got some decent skills. They may not actually be bad to try to capture. Let's have Ari tend them without medicine and then go capture them. And everybody else, we will de-gear and undraft. They did get tore up pretty bad. We'll see how that goes. Ari is not our best doctor, but is still effective training. That's the important part at the end of the day. Far better to have to practice on those who are raiders and potential prisoners than our people. We'll see how that goes. So we're going to undraft now. And as far as Trobo goes, we're going to convert them first. It's always easier to convert when they're prisoners than it is after the fact. And that seems like a good spot to end it for today. Appreciate y'all coming and watching. Go ahead and drop a like on this video if you would, please. It means a lot, helps the channel grow. We'll be back again next week with another episode. See what we get up to at that time. As always, stay safe and stay goose.